Welcome to Beyond Six Figures, the podcast that helps business coaches to micro-niche, get noticed, and become fully booked. Learn from top industry leaders who've successfully taken their businesses and their lives beyond six figures. Get ready to level up your coaching business and make this world a better place, one business at a time. And now, here's your host, Ziv Raviv.
Hello and welcome to Beyond Six Figures. Today I'm thrilled to welcome Jens Delport, a visionary entrepreneur and the founder of Alignment Media LLC. Since its inception in January 2020, Alignment Media is specialized in creating high-quality, impactful video content to help business owners grow online. Jens' journey is truly inspiring, from his missionary work in Africa to pioneering innovative video production in the US. He has consistently aligned his personal and business missions with a higher purpose. He's also the author of Architecting Culture, a book that equips readers with principles to overcome areas where they feel stuck and help individuals discover and launch into their dreams. Jens' work is a testament of the power of aligning one's vision with their own divine assignment. I'm excited to delve into some of his ideas about video content and about teaching business coaches how to leverage video. Hello, Jens. How are you?
Ziv, it's good to be here. I'm excited to be on this podcast. I know that the people that are listening to this, they are here to receive value. And I know today they're going to get some good value.
I am sure, because video is a huge opportunity to build up trust. So let's start with your journey personally. What made you such a knowledgeable videographer and video expert and content expert?
Well, if you get thrown into an area, and sometimes you just have to learn as you grow, because sometimes you don't have the ability to go study. Because when I was in Africa, there was such a need because of the messaging that needed to get out there to use video. And so they threw me in the deep end, and you just have to learn and realize, wow, what is the easiest way to reach people? And that's using video, because it communicates more than just what they can hear, but they can see and they can understand the message much clearer.
So without being trained formally, you just delve right in and got into video. And over the years, you've been using video for more than just passing a message across. You use it to help people even grow businesses and impact lives. Tell us a little bit about how do you actually do that?
Yeah, that's a good question, Ziv. So to start with, over the years, you've learned that video is king. So, and especially with the social media age that came, and now with YouTube, that people go to learn, to grow, to experience entertainment. The TV channels are actually diminishing, and YouTube is growing. And then you just realize, wow, in this day and age with content creation so easily, but how it is also necessary, because a generation that wants to learn, we're a generation that wants to research. And so the main things that I want to then just help people with is to understand what is the message, to make the message clear, because often you get so many random videos. And I think that's a big thing that I've learned over the years, is just you can make random videos, but that doesn't help. One of the things is that many people strive to get followers, but followers don't necessarily mean impact. It just means that your name is out there. So what I help people to see is that, no, you don't want followers. You want people that are actually bought into the vision, into what is it that you share, the message. And that's where you need to be clear as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. Your message needs to be clear, to the point. And then when the person, you can reach 100 people with your video, and it can be more impactful because you've got 100 partners that want to, not just follow you, want to buy into your work, your business, instead of 1 million followers, but 90% of them are in India or China, and then they don't buy into what you have.
So video can help you, like if you produce it, if you actually plan it well, it can help you position you in front of the right people.
Yes.
Now, in your work, I noticed that you gravitate towards quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And what are some of the things that make a video higher quality?
So that's a really good question. And why quality? Because when people look at you, their first impression is key. And that is how you present yourself. When you come on camera, people want to know. And when they get on your website, when they get on your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever social media you're using, when they get on there, they want to, what they see is the first line of trust that you're building. So if you're in a professional service industry, you want a professional video, because people will, first of all, put you in a category like, wow, they know what they're doing, they know what they're talking about, and I can trust them because their service is professional. And that started with the video being professional. And that's why if you want to have a high-end ticket as a coach, you need a professional video because it promotes you as the authority in your space.
And in some cases, video helps you kind of duplicate yourself.
That is the other case, yeah.
Yeah, because the video actually is there 24/7 doing your job in selling your skills.
Yeah. And that's where, when you start understanding the message that you have, then you can start building a course, you can start building content, and then you can start helping people and duplicating yourself. And then you can start scaling whatever you have.
I think there's a saying about, if you have to chop down a tree, I don't know why, but maybe you do, and you have 6 hours, use the first 4 hours to sharpen your axe, right?
Yeah,
attributed to one of the presidents. And you have your own process to sharpen the axe before you even hit record for the first time. What are some of the things you can tell us about your process before you actually go into the filming part?
Yeah, so if you're not comfortable on camera, I think that's the first hurdle you need to overcome, is actually making a decision to be on the video camera, because you're going to share what's on your heart. You're going to share to an audience or share with your people. And the first thing is to recognize that it is important for me to be on camera. That's the first step. And then the second step is to overcome a lie that I'm not perfect enough or I'm not good enough. Those are the main things. And when I coach clients, is that they often like, yeah, but Jens, I have all these things that I need to first overcome before I can be on camera. And I think the biggest challenge is feeling insecure on camera. And the way you do that is to shift your focus from yourself, because the insecurity is focused on me. So the moment I think of that individual, like for instance, if you're a coach and you help clients overcome weight, and the thing is, if you don't give them that message, they're going to still stay stuck in that level that they are at. So as a coach, you cannot think about yourself or the insecurity that you have, because then I'm withholding somebody else's breakthrough. And that is the thing, that if you have that focus to start with, then you can overcome any imperfection that you're currently finding in yourself.
So it all starts with the mindset,
yeah,
and helping your clients see the fact that when they are staying in this place of not trusting themselves fully, not really showing up, they are actually, their impact on other people's life is diminished. What do we do once we have a mindset that we understand, yes, I'm going to be there, and it's not about me, it's about the topic, it's about the transformation that I can help people with. What should people do next to prepare so that their video will be amazing?
Yeah, so then once you overcome that first hurdle, the second thing is to understand, okay, I call the 3H framework, and you can write this down. So the 3H framework is looking first at your hook. When you're talking to your audience, what is the hook that you're starting with. The hook is the question, the idea, the concept that gets people's attention, because we're in an age where if you don't have someone's attention the first 3 seconds, they're going to keep on scrolling. And especially if you're creating short form content, your hook needs to be spot on. It needs to be a question, but it needs to start with something that is real, not something out there that doesn't make sense. It needs to be a real question that challenges somebody. And that is often birthed from a pain that you have or a challenge that you're facing individually. And then when you ask somebody that same question, that same pain, they can connect with that. So you start with your hook, and that is something you have to truly ask yourself, dive deep into your own heart, because ChatGPT can help you with direction, but it cannot give you exactly, because you are so unique and your hooks need to be your own. And then once you have your hook established, then it goes into the heart. What is the heart of the message? Because if you just have 5 minutes to record a video or 10 minutes, you can't be talking about your cat for 10 minutes. You have to get to the heart of the message, because we need to respect other people's time. Their time, you're asking people to give up 5 minutes, 10 minutes of their time to listen to you. So give them that time worth of value. What is the heart of the message? And that heart of the message is often things that give them something to think about. It can be a lesson, it can be, but keep it simple. Keep it to one or two valuable points, because we don't have much time when we get on camera to share that message. And then the last thing of your framework when you prepare to get on camera is the help. So you have the hook, the heart, and then how do you help them? That's the transformation part. That's the call to action. That's where you invite them, if this meant anything to them, to come with you on this journey to grow. Like, that's the transformation section. And I think if you have that in mind when you get on camera, it just really helps to create a video that isn't just aimlessly out there, but it actually, when somebody listens to it, they receive something, and then they're like, wow, I want to know more about this individual. Who is this person? Do they have something else they can share with me?
So to recap the 3 H's, you need to start the video with a hook. And I noticed something interesting you said. You said that the hook needs to be something that is actually a little bit personal, so that the emotional connection will be real and authentic. You can go to ChatGPT all day long or to other Claude and whatnot, and it will give you 10 ideas for a hook. But if it's not the one that you can actually feel the punch in your stomach, that this actually applies to you, that this is the one you want to lead with, then people will not connect with you. And they have other videos that they can watch, right?
100%.
But then you go then for the second H, which is the heart, where the big idea lies. That's where you actually give them something. And I love the fact that you're using the word heart, because it's a heart-to-heart type of an alignment, if you will. And then you go into helping them. Again, I love the fact that your intention from the get-go is to actually help, actually solve a problem in this world. Not just talk and show how expert we are, but actually create a result for people, or allow them the opportunity to get a result through a call to action.
Yeah.
This is a nice framework. Sometimes that framework actually is like the structure for a story, but some stories are stronger than others. And what makes a story like a good story?
Well, I think what makes a good story is authenticity. That's where it starts. If it's authentically your story that you're sharing with somebody, and your story, there's always elements of love, of adventure, of pain. And I think those 3 elements, if your story contains something of adventure, of love, or of pain, then people of any sphere of influence can connect with you. because everybody longs for one of those or has experienced any of those things. And that is the biggest areas that when we know those are the elements of a good story and we talk and we share those things, people will say, wow, yeah, I want to follow along. Like if you create a series of an adventure series, you take people along on this journey, day one. Let's, for instance, there's a content creator out there called Ryan Train right now. He's got a 50 days covering the 50 states looking for the best Airbnb in every state. It's an adventure. And because of that adventure, he's got 20 million followers on YouTube and people are following him every day. And they want to know what is the next adventure he's going to go on? What is the next thing? So if you are a business owner, take people on this journey, on this adventure. What is the one, like create a short series. I think that is one of the easiest ways to keep, because you don't want to just have followers. You want to have people that walk with you this road, this journey in excitement.
So I love this focus on the authenticity, and through love and adventure or pain, we can find connection points. Because really, when I think about people I appreciate and call them my friends, usually we have something in common, either something we love or something that we do, right? Some sort of an adventure of sort, or something that we had the same pain together, right? So it really does connect people when you have a strong hook and not just, let me teach you how to do this in QuickBooks or whatever. So yeah. I want to talk a little bit about the way that you actually day-to-day help people, because you have two ways where people can work with you. You have your coaching and training part of your business, and you also have a done for you offer. So how do you actually, what inspired you to do both? And what are some of the opportunities for you to kind of switch between them?
Yeah, I think one thing that I realized doing both is, one is not everybody needs my services that I do it for them. Therefore, I've realized I can now just offer them how to do it and they will run with it themselves. That's also the type of person, the type of business owner that wants to do it themselves. And that's wonderful because they have the time for it, they have the capacity for it. And I think that's why I also realize there are business owners out there that are entrepreneurs that truly want to grow and scale. They know they need to have content creation part of their portfolio, part of their business idea and strategy, yet they don't have the time for it. And that's where I come in. I want to help them with that problem. I want to help them knowing that I can solve it for them, that I want to help them because they have their passion, they have a vision, they are very clear set what they want to do, and they have the strategy, yet they don't have the time and the capacity. And that's where I come in. And that's why I know both are necessary.
So when you do come in for someone and help him with their content, with the done for you, there's still certain things that they have to do, right?
Yes. There are things they have to do since I can't be on video for them. That's where they have to be on video. And that's where I do still coach them in their posture and how to communicate, what to say, so that they can record the video and get it to me. Or in the high-end luxury done-for-you packages, I literally go to them on site at their home or their venue that they're at, and I record them. And I produce and edit everything. I direct them because I know that often when you're in the proximity, people, it's easier for them than to do it.
What's your opinion about teleprompters? Would that be something you recommend business coaches that are creating content for marketing themselves? Should they be more scripted or should they be more freeform? What's your opinion?
I think it is good if you have learned the art of using a teleprompter. However, many people that are new, they are so robotic when they use a teleprompter that it doesn't feel real.
You know what? It's like the M-dash. many people go to ChatGPT, they craft a message, but you could see that there are M dashes and emojis, and you know it was ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And with video creation, if you're not very skilled with the teleprompter, you sound like you're reading some script by ChatGPT.
That is the reality that we're facing. And therefore, it is not a bad thing. It is necessary to help you. I worked with a content creator that had his script. He's written his whole 10-minute video for YouTube using a teleprompter. He was so skilled when he used it that it truly felt like he's just talking to you. Then there are other people that have a 1-minute video using a teleprompter, and it is unfortunately very terrible.
And sometimes a professional will notice this immediately, but the common folk will still notice it, but they will be in the intuition level. They won't be able to say what is the problem, but there will be like not a very strong connection.
That's right. And I think if you prefer teleprompter, which is good, then you should practice. You need to make sure that whatever you're speaking, it becomes your own. You need to own it. It needs to be your words. And if somebody has written a script for you, that's fine. Then go through the script. If there are words that you don't normally use, don't use them. I think that's a big thing. Sometimes somebody writes a beautiful script, but then they use these extravagant words that we never use in our own personal life. Then it becomes not authentic.
So what do you do to get people to find you?
Right now, there's a few ways. One, email marketing. I have an email list. And then I ask my audience to refer people. So it's referral marketing. And at this stage, I also go locally to this area where I live in Kentucky, and I do local businesses. And the next step in my marketing strategy is using paid advertising. So I haven't done that yet. That's the next phase that I have to go into. But yeah, it's definitely, it requires physical work either way.
And when you say email list, how do people get into your email list?
So they can basically on my website subscribe to it by going. That's where when you have content that is going on social media, they can follow links to your website. And then also you can have videos specifically to build your list. That's where you have videos like, wow, I want to share the top 5 ways to be authentic on camera. And then when they click on it, they give you your email, and that's how you can grow your list.
What is a resource you recommend to people if they want to learn more about and improve their skills with video production?
Well, I'll be a resource to them. That's the first thing. They can reach out to me. However, there are really good resources out there that I've used. One being, there's a company called Full-Time Filmmaker, but those are specifically for people that want to go into the filmmaking production. That's not for everyone. My focus is business owners that they don't want to know all the ins and outs of a video camera. They want to have videos that produce results for them. That's where I come in. I think there are not many people out there that are teaching business owners how to be effective on camera. So I know there's lots of YouTube videos that they can look up that are very practical, like how do you switch on the camera? How do you use a microphone? Those are good resources. And at this stage, I can't say one person or one other platform that wants to help business owners to grow in their content creation.
What is an example of a video that generated a lot of results for one of your clients that you're really proud of?
I think there were 2. One, a client had a online challenge. Like it's a mastermind, it's a challenge where people go and join this challenge, and they asked me to create a sizzle reel, a trailer, promotional ad for this challenge. And yeah, the revenue that came from that was really, really positive.
And the other one?
Oh, the other one was also a challenge, but this time it was inside the challenge itself. So the one was before the challenge, they ran the ads using that video, and inside they had a promotional video to upsell a certain offer. And that video also turned out to actually, get the investment they made to create the video, they got like 10x the revenue from that.
Is there a minimal package for working with you? Like, do you need to commit to a certain amount of videos or something like that?
So the minimal package done for you for if you want to choose to work with me is not necessarily, there is a certain amount of videos that I will help you create monthly. But then it's also, there's a certain, at least I want to partner with my clients for at least 3 months, because you cannot see results after 1 month. It's not physically possible. Yes, you can, but it's better for 3 months, because then you can really see momentum in the business.
So if people want to learn more about Alignment Media, what should they do, and about your work, Jens?
Well, they can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I know Ziv will have those links in the description. But or go to my website, alignmentmediallc.com, and I think those are the 3 main platforms. And if you really are interested, send me an email at alignmentmediallc@gmail.com. And I really want to, ultimately, the best way to grow is to connect. So I love to speak with people face to face, or using Zoom or Google Meet, to get to know where they're at before I really can help them with a strategy that will help their business.
When people want to connect with you, is there some sort of like initial session that you do to connect, that is like a free strategy session? Or
yes,
is that...
Yes. No, it's definitely, it's free, the first strategy session. Even in that, if I want to give them value, if those 15, 20, 30 minutes, if they walk away and they can apply what I've actually given them and it helps their business, great. If they want to continue partnering with me, wonderful. But it's all about them. And that's what it matters to me.
So if you're listening to this, you can go to the show notes of the show, and you will find Alignment Media and Jens Delport's social media accounts and his website, where you can connect with him. You will be super impressed by watching some of his video and content. And you can always reach out and have a fun, free strategy session, and maybe you will be a good fit for his Done For You service. Jens Delport, thank you so much for sharing your ideas about the 3H and how to create authentic videos here in our podcast. Thank you, and thank you everyone for listening to another episode of Beyond Six Figures.
Thanks for listening to Beyond Six Figures. Check out the extended show notes that include bonus material, practical tips, and exclusive resources on our website, zivraviv.com. Until next time, keep dreaming big and pushing your business and your life beyond 6 figures.